A gale of defections is hovering in the National Assembly, and this is giving the ruling All Progressives Congress APC great concern. Just like a swordsman, that's the text to play with sword. The APC National Chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, met with the senators on the platform of the ruling party over defection of members to opposition parties. The number of APC senators has dropped to 66 after consistent defection by lawmakers, with members from minority parties standing at 43. Speaking with journalists after the closed-door meeting with the senators, Adamu said the party is worried about the wave of defection among the APC lawmakers. Let's hear from the APC National Chairman.
Yeah, this kind of sub-step, give cause for people, stakeholders to sneeze. This is what we're experiencing. Nigeria is no exception, and the APC is no exception. At the moment, we know we are faced with the stark reality of their problems. And we have committed with my colleagues in the National Working Committee to face the problems squarely and see the problems that are solvable. We'll solve them by the grace of God.
Abdullahi Adamu speaking there. BKO, we all agree, or we can all agree, that this is an aftermath of the primaries across board. And of course, mass defection is bound to happen. But then, was APC actually prepared for this mass defection happening right now?
Yes, clearly the primaries were mismanaged by the party, and many of the senators felt that they were cheated by their own party. Many of them still think that, despite the fact that the national chairman of the party was one of them until some months ago, he did not do his best to stop governors from forcing many of the federal legislators to not return to the House. Look at Kebbi State, for example. The governor and the former governor, Adamu Alero, were contesting for the same senatorial seat. In the end, the governor took the senatorial ticket and left Alero in the lodge. This happened to many of the lawmakers. Some wanted to contest for governorship seats, and the party clearly supported certain candidates, and these federal lawmakers believed that they didn't get fair opportunity to contest and keep their Senate seats. So they've decided to, in anger, move to other parties. The way people are moving, the way federal lawmakers are moving out of the APC, especially in the Senate, is unprecedented. And if the 18 senators that we've been told have plans to leave the party leave, then the PDP, if 18 of them, PDP has 38 senators currently, APC has 61. If 18 of those APC senators join the PDP, that will give the PDP 56 senators and leave the APC with 43. Clearly, it will have lost its majority, its simple majority. So the party has to try its best to stop these defections. The PDP does not even need up to 18 more senators to overtake the APC.
Okay.
They don't need up to that. A little more than 10 will give the PDP majority in the Senate, and that will be really damaging to the president's plans, because this is a National Assembly, this is a Senate that has not been adversarial, that have supported the president every step of the way. All the time when he wants money, when he wants to take a loan, even against the wish of Nigerians, the Lawan-led Senate will back the president. But they feel betrayed by the way the primaries went. A lot of them are not returning. More than 170 House of Reps members out of 260 will not return. And a good number of them are from the APC. So if we look at the rate at which people are leaving the APC for smaller parties, including the NNPP,
Absolutely.
then, if this defection is not addressed, in no time, the APC will lose its majority, and that will be damaging to the party, especially with just about 7 months to the election.
All right, thank you, Bikio. Now, Bikio has taken it there. You know, before now, we used to have defections between the PDP and the APC. But now, most politicians are now moving to the NNPP and slightly into the Labour Party. Now, is NNPP that third force Nigeria did not expect?
Maybe you combine NNPP with, well, Labour Party has been there before, and maybe that is why you removed it from. Maybe not, but I want to believe that NNPP may be new as a party,
Yes.
but the individuals behind the party have been there all the time. They are all experienced politicians. So it's like people that go there, they are actually going back home, so to say. So the party may be the third force that we didn't expect, but at the same time, I don't also think the party is formidable enough.
You think so?
To pose any national threat to any of the major political parties right now. But I think the point is just the fact that people have been together before, and because even if you look at the NNPP, what is the history behind it? It's also, they pulled out of APC. You get it? So definitely the people there are factions, there are groups. So they just feel comfortable moving together, so to say. And well, listening to what Babajide also said about the majority that with this gale of defection, that PDP might have a majority in the Senate. Well, even if that happens, I don't also think that this Senate will pose any serious problem to the president of Nigeria. This Senate has been a lame duck Senate, and I don't think they are going to change overnight. So I think the president can still write.
I don't want to. Do you share the same sentiments with that?
Yeah, we have just less than 1 year for the senators to go. I don't think they can muster enough political muscle to give problems to the current president. After all, they have been there for more than 3 years, and we have not seen either individually or collectively. But I think it raises questions about the need for APC to look back, because the fact also is that the parties that they are going, it is not as if there is internal democracy in the PDP, but sometimes out of vengeance, that look, I want to show you that I'm angry, And also you look at the fact that people defect, which gives the impression that those parties really don't have ideology that can make you to stick to the party. Because if somebody cannot just cross from Democrats to, Republicans, because people have been there from generation to generation over 100 years based on what the parties stand for. But here the parties are not known for particular ideology, so it's so easy for people to move from one party to the other, even without consulting with people that elected them. They just sit down in Abuja and then cross over, So I think it's a normal thing that we have seen over time in Nigeria.
All right, but then 20 more senators are threatening to leave.
Yeah.
What does this pose for the PDP, being the minority party?
Yeah, the implication is that PDP may have more senators in the National Assembly. But in terms of galvanizing support, among the people. It may not translate into the PDP increasing, its progress, across the country. Like I said, she has said NNPP is going to be a major party, but may not be strong enough, to change the equation in 2023, which we think is going to be a contest between the APC and the PDP. But I also think that it's a signal to PDP and APC to find a way to negotiate, especially with NNPP, Kwankwaso, because I think it's going to be a major force, especially in the Northwest and in the Northeast.
All right, before we go, let me quickly have BKO's thoughts on this. BKO, are we seeing a third force in NNPP?
We are seeing a determined party. I don't want to describe them as a third force yet. Okay. We are seeing a party profiting from the mistreatment of politicians in different parties. So people are coming to join them after being treated badly in the major parties. So that is what we are seeing. In every election year, we see SDP, we see PRP. Even during the last election, PRP won some seats in some parts of the North. And it was also because some popular politicians were cheated during the primaries. President Buhari won his own party that in this primary election, powerful people, powerful politicians must not be cheated, because in the past when they were cheated, it caused the party to lose some states. I'm sure it was referring to states like Bauchi, states like Sokoto, where the APC eventually could not reclaim their states, even Benue. So the president won them. But in spite of the warning by the president, we've seen many lawmakers badly treated, many big politicians badly treated, and they've now seen valid grounds to join other parties where they can, where they will be given the opportunity to contest again and return to the National Assembly. So this is the situation. Some wanted to become governors, and they felt they were badly cheated. In Bauchi, for example, Senator Gumau decided to join the NNPP because he felt that the party leadership supported someone else. Whether this is true or not, I do not know. But that's his own reason for leaving the APC. And I can tell you, some of these people who have left for these smaller parties are going to win elections in those smaller parties to teach the dominant parties an exemplary lesson. So we've always said that let us have internal democracy in our parties. That's the only way parties can grow stronger. If we do not have internal democracy, this kind of crisis will keep happening every election year.